The fact that this year potentially could end with a Joe Flacco versus Ravens AFC Championship game, and Joe Flacco could take the Browns to a Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl with them, it's just a menacing sight. But Cleveland, you guys have earned it. And I think at this point, we have proven one thing. Myles Garrett probably should be Defensive Player of the Year. Because that defense is mighty good. But this game isn't even about the defense. This game is about Joe Flacco. And Joe Flacco did again. 309 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Now, if certain things happen this week, Cleveland can lock in that number 5 seed, okay? That means they're not gonna. See, it means that they could rest their starters versus us in week 18, but then I also gotta keep in mind that Cleveland loves the idea of owning us, which again, whatever. You guys do own us, okay? With how you guys have beaten us over the last whatever, you guys own us right now. So, it's like, part of me is like, they're going to start the starters just to knock us out of the playoffs. They're going to do it just to knock us out. But then also part of me is like, if they put their backups in, we might be able to score 7 points. Dude, I do not want to play this defense. And, oh man. Our defense is struggling. Our offense is struggling. And Cleveland right now is sitting there like, they just got started. The fact that DeMar Hamlin's going to win Comeback Player of the Year and not Joe Flacco is actually criminal. But yeah, I mean, there's like no way you can look at this team and not think that this Cleveland Brown squad is a Super Bowl contender. And I hate to say that because I hate the Browns, but at the end of the day, man, like, Cleveland, you have something special here. And it's not Deshaun Watson. And honestly, you might be potentially here. If I'm the Browns, I might kind of move on from Deshaun Watson. Next year, you guys will be in, like, salary cap hell because of Deshaun Watson's contract. But if I was the Browns here, and this is an idea, I'd trade up to the number 1 overall pick with Chicago, go get Caleb Williams, and have yourself the best quarterback, best offense humanly possible. You already have an amazing defense. Even if you have to, like, dissect a little bit of it so you can get some more players, to figure things out. Honestly, you guys could probably do that and be really a Super Bowl contender next year. But for a team that this is the last year, I would say right now, before they have to kind of dissect things and, move on and rebuild, man, talk about going all in this year and losing your starting quarterback, but still being a team that really could dominate anyone. And now with the Chiefs looking so bad as they are, the Bills might not make the playoffs. Obviously we barely might make the playoffs in the 7th seed. Cleveland is dangerous. And the thing is, all I gotta say is, Cleveland, please, when you play Joe Flacco versus the Ravens, please smack them extra hard for us. Please just do a little extra, Cleveland, okay? Just a tad bit extra for us, for Ohio, for the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns of Ohio. We share a state, Cleveland. Just when you play Baltimore, smack them up a tad bit, okay? Because I'm not over the last 2 losses we had to them. Yeah, because Joe Burrow went down in that Ravens game. And we lost him for the season. I'm not saying they didn't do it on purpose. They didn't do it on purpose. But the Ravens knocked out Joe for the season. So Cleveland, in the championship versus them. Score 50. Thank you. Anyway, though, let's talk about real note here. Trevor Siemian, man. Oh, Trevor Siemian. I'll be honest. At the end of the day, I'm more happy about the fact that Trevor Siemian is not a quarterback and it is Jake Browning. Because, man, I don't think Trevor Siemian, even he did throw 262 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception in this game. But, man, he's not the guy. He would not have been the guy. And I know you say, well, he did that versus Cleveland. I'm not really that concerned, to be honest. Like, I am so happy we have Jake Browning instead. Even if Jake, you might say, well, Jake Browning's not the greatest player of all. I think he's better than Trevor Siemian. This second half, though, was boring, man. And you got to keep in mind, the Jets have a great defense. They really do. And this Browns offense absolutely shredded this Jets defense, which was one of the best in the league. The whole thing with the Jets was their offense sucked, but their defense was great. And, well, that narrative went out the window with Cleveland today. Yeah, I cannot. Actually, I want to see this real fast. Trevor Siemian, his stats. What has he done? Because I know he's been the starter, for the last couple games? Yeah, the last couple games. So, against the Miami Dolphins, he scored 0 points. Had 110 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Threw the ball 26 times in that game. Oh, that is awful. That is trash as anything. 5 for 13, so he didn't play the full Falcons game, or maybe he did. Maybe that's just how bad he did. No, 66 yards. I'm going to guess he didn't play the full game there. Yeah, man. Again, like I said, I think I had my prediction as, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I had the Browns as could potentially win the Super Bowl. I think they could potentially get there. I don't know if they're going to win it. Oh, yeah, Tim Boyle was the quarterback at one point. I don't think the Browns are going to win it, personally. But to get there, I mean, you guys saw it breaking down the AFC. Miami, Baltimore, Kansas City, and Jacksonville. Well, they can get through Jacksonville pretty easy, right? Then who else? Maybe we are in there. I think they can get through us pretty easy with how they're looking right now. They're getting hot at the right time. Number 6, who's number 6? That would be the Colts or the Texans. They can get through all those teams. Okay, so really it just comes down to the top 3 teams. They can get through KC. I believe they can smack KC up and down the wall. Which, Cleveland. Again, remember the Baltimore thing? Yeah, remember that? If you play KC in the playoffs, please, 50-point. If you 70-point the Ravens or the Chiefs, you will be the best team ever. Okay? I will still hate you. I will still absolutely despise you. I will always say, if it's brown, flush it down. I always will say, mistake by the lake. But guess what? We are now acquaintances. We'll never be friends. But, we're acquaintances, you know what I'm saying? So, just those 2 teams, just. And if you play the team we own, the Buffalo Bills, tell them we said hi. Anyway, what's I going this point? Oh, yeah, this point. They could beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that the Ravens are going to be the toughest opponent for them, and it's going to be the Dolphins. But I don't think the Dolphins really are that tough, man. The Dolphins, their whole thing this year is they haven't beaten a team that's really that great. They beat the Cowboys, but then the Cowboys thing is they don't beat teams that are good. Why is this a thing? So I don't know how good the Dolphins really are. And then the Ravens look like the most dominant team in the NFL. I still think they can win the Super Bowl, and they probably will win the Super Bowl. But it's any given Sunday, and you catch Cleveland in the championship versus Baltimore, and, things happen. Myles Garrett happens. You score 70, Cleveland. Let's work on it. And now they're in the Super Bowl. And then they play San Francisco. And they beat San Francisco with PJ Walker. Not Patrick, PJ Walker. I don't know, man. Cleveland, listen. Our year was 2021. We went against the Rams. Anything is possible, man. This year, the AFC, which was looking like it was going to be the most dominant division because of injuries, it really fell off. So, I hate to say this, man, to give you guys any credit, because I really hate doing that. But you guys do look good. And I really hope in Week 18 when we play you, you have 5th seed locked up and you just rest your starters. because I don't want to play this squad. I really don't. Even in Cincinnati, I do not want to play this squad, even more after watching them play tonight. And I know you might say, well, the second half, they didn't really do anything. Yeah, but look at how it was in the Steelers game. When a team gets out to a big lead on us, we kind of collapse. Vikings game, we changed that. And obviously, we changed that in the Texans game. We still lost the Texans game. But still, Cleveland, listen. I give you comeuppance tonight. I do. Because you played one heck of a game, and you destroyed Trevor Siemian. And Trevor Siemian wouldn't be on our practice squad and left us. So in a way, you destroyed an ex of Cincinnati Bengals. In a way, you did us service. Now again, when you play Baltimore, 70 bomber. Okay. Chiefs still. Don't get twisted here. If you need to do it on both teams, if you need to do it, division round, 70 bomber. And then championship, 70 bomber. I'm okay with that. You know what? I respect that. Just don't give up. Okay? Mercy. No mercy on those two teams. Sorry. A little butt hurt. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.